You can copy and move content in Excel. Here's a list of customer credit data. I want to move the account number here so that it is the first column of the worksheet. Now, Excel is not particularly friendly when it comes to moving data. You might expect it to make room for the data when you move it, but it doesn't do so unless you ask for this to be the case. Instead, you need to plan ahead and insert a column where you want the pasted data to be entered before you can move it without destroying data in the process. I'm going to click on column A and choose to insert a new column immediately to its left. This gives me a column into which I can move this account number data. To do this, I'll select the account number data and click the Cut button. And then I'll click in the top left cell where I want the data to be moved to. Excel knows that the selection was this shape, and so it'll paste it into an area that's exactly the same shape. All I need to do is to click in the topmost cell so it knows where to start the pasting process, and I'll click Paste. To finish off, I'll select this column, which is now no longer needed, and delete it. Now, there is a quicker way to do this if you want to remember some shortcut keys. Let's just undo exactly what we did. To get rid of the marching ants, I'll press the Escape key. This time, if I can remember some shortcut keys, I can do the move all in one step. I'll select over the account number data that I want to move, and I'll drag on the left-hand border and drag it across column A. Right now, if I were to let go of the mouse button, I would be pasting it on top of the customer data and destroying that data in the process. But if I add the Shift key, you'll see that there's now a bar down the left of column A. This is telling me I'm about to move my data into that area. I'll let go of the left mouse button. You can see that the account number data has now been inserted into column A, and the customer data has been moved across into column B. We haven't needed to add or delete any columns to do this. It's also possible to copy data using a similar keyboard shortcut. I'm going to select the customer data this time, and I'm going to position it, a copy of it, between columns C and D. Again, having made my selection, I'm going to drag on the data that I want to copy. I'll add the Shift key so that we can position it right between columns C and D. And because I want to make a copy, I'm going to add the Control key as well. The Control key makes a copy. I'll let go the left mouse button and then let go the Shift and Control keys. And here we have the customer data in place. We've made a duplicate of it. You can also duplicate data within sheets in a workbook. And you can do it also between sheets in different workbooks. We'll copy some data from this sheet to a new sheet in this workbook. I'll select over the data that I want to copy, and then I'll click the copy icon here. And now I'll go and create a brand new sheet to copy the data into. If I wanted to copy it to a different workbook at this point, I would open a new workbook and click in the sheet in the new workbook that I want to copy the data into. Then I'll click in the top leftmost cell of where I want the data to be copied and just click Paste. Pasting pastes the data and the formatting, but right now it hasn't pasted the column widths. New to Excel 2013 is the ability to paste column widths. Instead of just clicking Paste, I'll click the Paste drop-down list and select this option, Keep Source Column Widths, and click it. This time I keep the source data column widths as well as copying all the data.